This channel is supported by Tier 0 Games. Head to the link in the description in order to pick up the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards, other TCGs, as well as plenty of accessories, and stay tuned for more videos on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. Right, we're here at the European Championship. Who are you and how did you do?
My name is Dowe-Ranger. I played Mekk-Knight Invoked and did terrible at the European Championships, but this is more or less the same build that I played for UK Nationals that I got top 8 with like a couple of changes in the side to deal with the update to the meta.
Fantastic. Do you want to take us through that?
Yeah, sure. So start off with 3 Alistair, of course. Then we play 3 Phantasme. That helps keep the deck consistent, shuffle back the multiples or the bricks in your hand back into the deck, and then get a body on board turn 0, which helps to push. And we got 3 Ash Blossoms as the only hand trap in the main. I didn't really like too many hand traps against like Salamangreats and Striker.
Yeah.
And I felt like this had the most coverage against all matchups, and then we decided more hand traps for the combo decks.
Yeah, and you're blinding second, right?
Yeah.
So that means you can make Purgatrio.
Yeah, exactly. And then for our extended engines, we've got the Mekk-Knights with 3 blue, 2 purple, and then 1 indigo. We play 3 blue because it's the only one that's actually a +1, and we're just trying to play extenders that get us multiple monsters from 1 card. So and it's also the only one that's double 5. So we use it with the Strudo to do the Yazi Meme plays.
Yeah.
Yazi Meme. So yeah, this is probably the strongest extended engine, obviously, because it gives you 4 tokens, which gets you to Borrow Sword quicker.
Yeah.
And along the way, you could clear cards along the way with some of the extra monsters like Nightmares or Security Dragon. And then the final extended engine is the Shadows, the targets, the Beast Dragon and the Trick Clown. We play Trick Clown so that we could get multiple monsters from the 1 card.
Yeah.
And then the Dragon allows you to pop a back row, and the Beast allows you to draw a card. So if you resolve Shadow Fusion and you summon Construct, which summs the other Shadow, and then you end up getting a +3 off of that.
Yeah.
And then when you link the Shadow away, you add the Shadow Fusion back to your hand, so you just basically did it all for free. So.
Yeah.
And then for spells, we got 3 Magical Meltdown. Super important in the deck, just getting you to your Alistair and then protecting all your fusion plays. Because your fusion spells won't be able to be negated, and then they won't be able to respond to your fusion summon. So when you actually activate Shadow Fusion, they can't respond to any of that chain links, so you can just catch them off guard with that. And then we play the 1 Dragon Ravine and 2 Terraformings. The Dragon Ravine allows the Terraformings to either be an Alistair or the Strudo.
Okay.
So this lets your hands be a bit more balanced, more consistent, because you typically want to open Alistair plus Extender or Alistair plus multiple Extenders.
Yeah.
So this helps with that. And then we play 3 Invocation.
Yep.
Your main fusion spell, if you have this in hand, then you don't really care too much about your Alistair getting stopped. If your Alistair does get stopped, this is the card you want to see, so you want to try and draw into it. And also, a lot of the fusion spamming plays use 2 invocations to keep going, and you play Desire, so you never really want to banish all of them. So that's the main reason for that. And then, of course, the Shadow Fusions, great card, and then 2 instant fusions. The fusion spells are important because it helps you extend with the Alistair link.
Yeah.
So that if they stop your Alistair, you can still get your invocation using these. And then instant fusion removal, and it's a starter as well without relying on your opponent's cards.
Yeah.
So it's important for that, and it helps for going first as well. And then we play 3 Desires for consistency. Yeah, the 3 Twin Twisters, just the staples here, and then the 3 Cool by the Graves. And that's 45 cards for the main deck.
Nice.
And then go extra.
Yep.
So, tokens.
Yeah.
So for links, got the main one, Borrow Sword, just OTK.
Yeah.
Got utility with Nightmare Unicorn. Doesn't come up too often, but it's usually one of the main ways you out Colossus if you need to. So, and Mystic Mine as well. If they do Metaverse mid combo, if you have 3 monsters, just go into this, or 2 for Phoenix. You play Trigate Wizard, which only really comes up in the Sky Striker matchup. There's a 3-card combo that lets you end with Borrow Sword, co-linked with Trigate, and then a fusion, Mecha by Purgatrio or Construct, so that the 1 co-link effect gives Borrow Sword double damage, allows you to OTK through Ego Booster. Then we got the Invoker of Madness, your main link to when you summon him, you able to, every time you fusion summon, you're able to discard a card, you can get another invocation and continues fusion spamming and looping your Alistair so that you're able to make the Borrow Sword plus the fusion to OTK. Security Dragon's mainly in here because of The Mare tokens, it's a generic link too. It's also a light, so it gives you access to Mecha Bar, and then also you can co-link it and bounce one of your opponent's monsters. So it's been a great addition, especially when you have to instant fusion for 1,000 Eyes. You can't make the Alistair link, so you usually make this and keep going. And then you've got Nightmare Phoenix for utility, plus it's a fire for Pega Trio. And then Link Karibo for the Mare tokens also.
Yep.
You've been able to use it as 2 effect monsters, so you use the token to make either the Alistair Link or this, and then you bring it back, and then that gets you your Borrow Sword. And then of course the main man Yazi. You guys know what this guy does. And we've got the Construct. Sometimes being able to destroy a special summon monster effect could come up to out cards monsters that you can't target, or like Borrow Lord and stuff like that, so that could be useful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then we've got 2 Mecha Bar, mainly because of the access to lights, so it's the only one we play multiples off, because we're able to summon it more or less the easiest. And sometimes the negation effect can help to stop a set Widow Anchor or a hand trap or something, so that's cool. And then your main LCK monster, Pega Trio. So good in the Salamangreat matchup. The main go-to for breaking big boards. This is the only reason why you're able to OTK through big boards, and why you don't really care too much about how big the board is, as long as you're able to break it with this. Raijin for instant fusion. You use this Alistair to make the Alistair link, and sometimes the Book of Moon effect could come up as well, just to disrupt in terms of flipping down Colossus if you still need to keep the column. But yeah, that's mainly it. Then we got Invoked Kaliga. This is your main go-to for going first. He effectively makes it so that both players can only activate 1 monster effect, so it makes it very difficult for combo decks to combo through that. And if you're able to keep it face up on the field, then it guarantees that you're not going to die that turn. So you either try and keep it for the whole turn if you can, if you don't want them to set up a board main phase 2, or you just let it die in the battle phase and you know you're going to be able to push back the next turn. Yeah. So usually make it going first against Salamangreat, Orcus, Danger Thunder. So your main go-to play going first. Nice. And then 1,000 Eyes for removal with the instant fusion. Okay. And then you also make it going first with the instant fusion, so you can turn that into Link Karibo, then it gives you a dark to make Kaliga. Yeah. And then the Link Karibo will protect this from attacks. So nice. That's probably like the best play going first. Like less small investment and then some protection. So yeah, because you have so much of this is geared towards going second. Do you still blind go second against all the combo decks? I do, because I side more hand traps, and I feel like I'm more likely to open multiple hand traps than I am to open Alistair. Because going first, if you don't open Alistair, then you're pretty much doing nothing. Okay. And that's the main fare anyway. So. Yeah, sure. And then for side deck, as I said, hand traps. So we've got 2 Ogres, 2 Drows, and 2 Lanciers. These are mainly because of the flourish of Danger Thunder Dragon. Yeah. But the Ghost Ogres can also double up against Pendulum, along with the Droll and Lockbirds, and then the Lanciers can double up against Orcus. So yeah, those are the main choices there. And then play 3 Hatronade. This is mainly for the Striker matchup, and also for the Rogue matchups like Subterror, even that goes in against Mystic Mind Burn. Just found that because I could do the Tri-Gate OTK in the deck now, I prefer Hatronade as the best one, because even if they chain Ego Booster, I could probably still push for it. Yeah. And then we play 3 Book of Eclipse. This is the main defensive card that I chose to play. The theme for the side deck was picking cards that can work going first or second, because I wasn't 100% sure whether decks would guarantee make me go first, so I wanted to be able to side in a bunch of safe options that would still work going second. Yeah. And this one lets you flip down a big board. It baits the negation, and then if you're going first, you can set it to try and stop attacks. Nice. Usually, if you side in against Salamangreat, the first summon, if you flip it face down, you have to be playing Will to be carrying on and stuff, or have the Silent Mining and stuff. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't that great this weekend, but there's no really better options at the moment, I feel. But I suppose with Battles of Legend, we have better turn 1 plays, so we might not need this in the future. And then the final card, Red Reboot, super important against Orcus, Salamangreat, and Rogue. So yeah, just reboot them and then OTK them. Nice. So what were the changes relative to your previous build? Okay, so before I was playing 3 Ogre and I was playing Pancratops, and I wasn't playing these. Okay. But I was playing 2 Impermanents, and I just felt that these were more impactful against the Danger Thunder. Yeah. Because you just really want to... I was able to combo through... It was 2 50-50, you had to hit and hope with the other cards. Yeah. If they didn't have the relevant incentives in hand, whereas these ones are more likely to shut them down for the turn. So I felt these were more important to play. And then also was only playing 2 Eclipse, so I bumped up to 3 just for more protection. Yeah. And I got rid of the Pancratops because I felt like this did more against the big board, whereas the Pancratops was just 1 for 1. Okay. That was it. I think those are the only changes. These were in the other profile.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the changes to the side.
Cool. Are you gonna take us through the siding strategy then? The
Okay,
siding
yeah,
design?
sure. So, if you're going first, the standard thing going first is that you take out the shadows, so the whole shadow engine comes out. So you take out those.
It's 6 cards, right?
Yeah, 6 cards guaranteed coming out, going first. Unless you're against Sky Striker, this is the only thing that. If you're against Sky Striker, you don't care if you're going first. You just pass, let them hit you for 3,000, and then carry it, try and OTK them the turn after. So against Sky Striker, we just side out the ashes, and we put in 3 Hatred nades.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's same going first or second. That's what we do against Striker.
Yep.
Against Salamangre, if we're going second, we side out the ashes and put in red reboot.
Okay.
Because the ashes. The ash you save for the gazelle, so you're just trying to stop them from getting to the trap, and this just does a better job if they've opened up with traps, especially like Sanctum, etc. If you're going first, then you take out the shadows, you put in the 3 reboots and the 3 eclipse. Because like I said, if you flip the eclipse on the first summon, hopefully they won't have the extender to play through it, and the red reboots are still there for the following turn to deal with any back they draw.
Okay.
So those 2 matchups. For Thunder Dragon, you'll side out the twisters because those are good.
Yeah.
So it's the same shadows, and then let's see. Wait, so we don't have the reboots. The same shadows and the twisters. Same shadow and twisters for these 9.
Yeah.
That's going first, and then going second. You'll take out the Call by the Graves, the twisters, the terraformings. So 3 twin, 3 Call by, 2 terraformings, and the 1 dragon.
Yeah.
And put in these 6.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's the same side going first or second. They still have coverage whether they make you go first or second.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Exactly.
But if you're choosing, then you're able to adjust it slightly just to make it a bit better for yourself. What other matchups? Orcust are, I believe.
It's probably similar, right?
Yeah, similar. It's mainly the Lanciers. And Orcust is weird because they've now started playing Winder, which can completely shut you down.
Yeah.
So you want to have the Eclipse. The Eclipse is like the only out to that, but at the same time it doesn't do too much to the board unless they end with Redoer. So it's like it can be dead sometimes. So but you want to side it in just to be safe.
Yeah.
So you typically want to put in the Eclipses and the Lanciers.
Yeah.
Probably take out maybe like I know you also want to put in the reboots as well.
Okay.
So
would you keep the twisters in?
Yeah, you might side out maybe 1 twister, one Call by the Grave, and then side out. I think like maybe 1 Mekk-Knight, one Destrudo.
Okay.
And then just to try and fit these in, and then maybe 1 Asher, 1 Phantasma, just so you have like a more balanced hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Don't overload on anything.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't really play too many Orcus. I think I played 1 the other day in Nats.
Yeah.
But yeah, the red reboot is great against them anyway.
Yep. Cool. Are there any other comments you got on the deck?
Not right now. I think after Battles of Legend it will probably change up quite a bit, and also after the July balance as well, we'll have an idea of the kind of direction that the meta is going in. Right now it's a bit rough for us with all this Lanciers in the side deck.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well thanks very much for the profile.
No problem.
And see you again in the future.
Yeah, take care.